And luckily my knife was laying there and sharp. And I had to, it was either finish cutting it off or stand there and bleed to death, die.
James, January 1991. Talk about that day.
Yeah, it was on my mom's birthday.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was a cold day, and I was working in the shop. The two guys that I worked with was feeding, but I was shearing some heavy cable to mount on a cattle sprayer to make it where we could load it and unload it. And there was an old 50-ton hydraulic press there in the shop, and I'd run presses before. I had 3 years of machine shop when I was in school, and so it wasn't like I was
Right.
new to it. But there was a set of snow chains hanging up above the machine that go on a dual wheel pickup. So they're really heavy, heavier than a regular set of snow chains. But I was shearing that cable, and I don't know how much detail you want me to get into, but
all of it you want to tell.
the cable went to slip out, and when it did, I reached to grab it, and the vibration of that machine made them chains fall, and when they fell, they hung on the lever that activates it. And so when it's not under pressure, it jumps real fast, and so that's what it was like a sharp blade that I was shearing that cable with. It was real high tensile cable, and so when I'd make a cut, it would want to unravel, and when I'd make a cut, I'd wrap electric tape around it, and luckily I had my knife out, and I was using to cut that tape. But anyway, it jumped down and got my wrist right here.
Didn't you have a couple of coats on? Did you tell me that you had a heavy coat on that kind
Yeah,
of?
I had a Carhartt coat on and a pair of leather gloves, and it jumped down and caught me, and I tried to lift the chains up off that lever, but that was too heavy, and then once the machine gets under pressure, it slows down. It was air over hydraulic, and so it cut all the way through except for the skin right here, and so I was hung up in the machine and bleeding really bad, and luckily my knife was laying there and sharp, and I had to, it was either finish cutting it off or stand there and bleed to death, die.